All right, welcome to the channel, everybody. This is kind of like a welcome video for anybody that's new to our Discord server or new to the YouTube channel. I want to show you what I do here. And while I'm doing this, I want to show what our Discord channel offers, because that's really the goal of this video, is to introduce what each of these features are about. Not many Discord channels are going to have all of these things. I've spent a lot of the membership money on giving different alpha to do with smart money or to do with alerts, signals, that sort of thing. Of course, none of this is financial advice. You're still responsible for all your trades, and you should be careful not to spend more money than you're willing to lose. That's number one. You should always take care of yourself first. And remember that crypto is very risky. So what I want to do is just want to go top to bottom here. I mean, these first channels are really nothing special, just rules. I've got an education channel that'll tell you some things. I've got some videos on there how to do support resistance, smart money things. This is just a VIP announcements channel. This is development updates. I kind of treat it like as if it's an actual crypto project. I keep up with the development so you know what's going on. Short-term plays aren't really used much right now, but back when they were, during that first pump, when there were a lot of tokens just going crazy, we were making 60x, 40x, 30x like it was nothing. So once that starts happening again, we get that next pump, which I suspect will be maybe start of quarter four or September. Yeah, maybe as early as September. And then these are our long-term plays. We've got multiple ones here. They've been vetted, teams doxed, things like that. There's some of the stronger projects and gamification, interoperability, layer one, things like that. And we also have 3 spreadsheets that are specifically for AI and RWA, real-world assets. You won't be able to see those here because I don't want to give them away. I mean, we've put a lot of time and effort into them. But there's probably another 50 tokens within those spreadsheets that are fully vetted, and you'll have all the information you need once you get access to those. This is where I will post most of my signals, my alerts, whatever's going on, smart money, whatever it may be, market situation. Rodster is another person in our group that provides TA. And so is T Insight. A lot of you know who these two people are, but if you don't, they post a lot of alerts that are very useful as well. Here's our research channel. Once you enter the Discord channel, you'll be able to see all of our research. Like here's one for Boson. And this isn't what I was talking about on the, this isn't what I was talking about regarding the spreadsheets. This is actual research paperwork that was done by one of our people, one of our members. But once you enter the server, you would just go here, select all 3 of these spreadsheets, request access to them, and within 24 hours or so, we'll give you access to it. Let's see. So moving down from there, we got the VIP lounge where all the members are talking. Degen chat is mainly for meme coin trading. That's where we'll discuss that. And then I've got something here. This is one of the things that we provide. This costs me money, basically. So all you have to do with something like this, like say if you wanted to look up like Solana, for example, let me type in here on the other screen, I'm going to type in Solana Twitter so I can get their official Twitter. I don't know if it's Solana Foundation. Well, I'll just do this. Hang on. I'll just pull it from CoinMarketCap. So if you go to Twitter and you just copy this Twitter link and then you go back and you paste this in here, what this is going to tell you is it's going to show you who the smart followers are. And actually, now that I'm thinking about this, maybe I should, here, let me do something different here so it's easier for you to see. I can zoom in when I have it on the web here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So now you can see it much more clearly. It tells you what Solana is. It gives all of the contract addresses for whatever chain it's on, the top 3 followers, how many influencers follow them. So you can imagine if you had a new token, like let's see if somebody searched a new token here anywhere. Yeah, here's one, gold standard ETH, I think is kind of like a meme coin type thing. So you can see it's got 12 smart money followers following it. So it might be an interesting one to you. And you can click on see all stats and it'll give you more information. And so here's all the information, it even shows you some of the followers and everything. So I pay for that, and it's very useful, I believe. This is just like a music channel that we have. And here's where we get into our smart money buy alerts. And some of these are sell alerts as well. It just depends on how you view them. So anytime that the liquidity pool, which has the little robot icon beside it, anytime it's in the first position, then that means somebody is buying something off of the exchange. So right here, somebody bought MAGA and sent it to their wallet. These are curated wallets. We know that they are at least like 60% win rate, and they've made at least 500K in P&L. So they're very good traders and you can trust them. However, they're not always going to be right every time. So just, you got to be willing to take that risk. Here's another one that bought Desync. I'm trying to find one to see where they sold, but most of these are buys. It looks like everybody's been buying this dip. Yeah, it's mostly buys right now. All right, so this is kind of like all tokens except meme coins. And then here's our curated meme coin wallets. So these are just people that have wallets that Nansen considers them smart money because they reached a certain level. Maybe they got $1 million profit. And they consistently show that they can be profitable. So here they are buying things like Pepe, Bird Dog, Brett, Andy. So these are kind of the same channels. One is like degen plays and one is more higher cap plays, I guess you could put it. This is just a test channel that I'm doing currently. I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm done with it. I've got to do some Python coding and stuff. It doesn't all happen all that easily. It takes some doing. Let me get a screenshot of this so you can see what it's going to look like. If I can get it to work. I think I can, but it's just going to take some doing. So here's what this is what it will look like in this channel. It'll automatically push it to this channel whenever a token meets certain requirements. Top 10 holders have to be under like 37%, things like that. Tokens that you could still get dumped on with, they're meme coins you could still get dumped on, but you can make a quick profit sometimes too, but they are a lot more risky than say these here, because these are more established memes or more established tokens. And then we've got Engineering Robo AI, which I'm going to show something here in a second that will make this more clear. But basically with something like this, if there's an AI sell signal, then you should be selling. If it's an AI buy signal, you should be buying. That's on a daily chart, and the signals are pretty solid. But I'm going to show that sometimes when a daily or when a buy or a sell signal happens, sometimes there's a big, pump up or down, or drop for down, and then it retraces that drop or retraces that pump 50%. But I'll make that more clear here in a second. If you see a lot of AI sells, and I mentioned this to our group recently, I was already telling them that it looked like a temporary top when Trump was at that Bitcoin conference recently, and that ended up playing out correctly. But what I was also saying to them is when you see a lot of AI sells here, that means that the market is probably going to dip. And so this is probably temporary, in my opinion. August is going to be a choppy month, but then September we should start seeing some relief. AI token. Oh yeah, so these are some of our spreadsheet plays where it's just giving alerts when people buy and sell. Outflow. If it says DEAI has a DEX outflow, that means that people are purchasing it. And if it says inflow, then it means that people are selling it. And then here's another one. So one's for AI, one's for real world asset narrative. Or if it says something like fresh wallets received, Pendle, in the last 24 hours, that means people are buying as well. But outflow is good, inflow is bad, basically, as far as holding. Let's see, did I say everything I wanted to there? I think that I did. So let's get into this. I'm going to show you what engineering robo AI is. A friend of mine that I've known, I guess, since 2020, when I first purchased his first engineering robo product, and we kind of became friends. And now he's got this engineering robo AI, which is the new version, and it's about 76%, maybe 80% accurate. But the thing to know about this is you're never going to find a TradingView indicator that is going to make you a lot of money when things go sideways. I mean, you can see here it gave a really good signal here, but anytime price is going sideways, you're not going to find an indicator that's going to make you a lot of money. It's mostly just going to break even, and you can see that here. So AI sell signal here, AI buy, pretty much break even. AI sell, AI buy, AI sell, kind of a break even there too. But the thing to note on this is down here at the bottom, before this final dip happened to 16K, you did get a lot of chop here. So let's just say that you would have purchased and sold like a robot every single time. You might have taken a little bit of a loss here, maybe as much as 10 to 20%. But as soon as you hit this one, and it finally kicked in, it was done with its sideways move, then, look how much money you could have made. And then, you could have sold right here just to be safe, and then got right back in here and really not missed much. And then sold here again, bought, sold, bought, sold, bought. If you kept doing that, you're going to be profitable. It's a little bit dangerous to be using this as, especially a daily chart, as leverage, because if you're going to use leverage, and I don't really recommend it because you can lose a lot of money, but if you're going to use leverage, you really need to go down to like a 3-hour chart or maybe even an hourly chart, because these pumps happen and sometimes they can retrace 50% before you know it, and then they start moving again and fake you out. Let's see. So what I wanted to, this was actually a request from one of our members that I kind of make more clear what these engineering robo AI alerts, how to play them. So let's just, I think I'm going to use, let's see, that's GPU. I guess it really doesn't matter which one I use necessarily. I could show CAS. I've been telling people lately, even before this dip, I was saying that, if you haven't sold anything in CAS at this point, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice. It depends on where you bought, of course, but the thing is, these don't go up indefinitely. And it was clear that if you put a line right here like this, something like that, that it was rejecting that line. So this was a real nice move. I probably would have exited somewhere in here just because of this. It finally lost that trajectory, and now it rejected it. So I do think that CAS could come down a little bit, maybe as much as this line right here, 45 cents, or sorry, 0.45 cents. So that's like 4x down from here. And some people think, oh, well, you're bashing on CAS, or, CAS is just going up forever. Or if some influencer was to say, oh, CAS is going down, then that just automatically means it goes down. That's not how it works. I mean, you have to pay yourself on the way up. It's your own fault if you're not taking profits. And that's the only person you can fault. Nobody else controls your trades. So just consider that. You need to be paying yourself as things go up. Nobody's going to catch the exact top. And all the whales, all the smart traders take money on the way up. They don't take it all in one lump. There's just no way to do that. So I just wanted to make that point while I'm talking about this. But if you look at the signals currently for CAS, let's just see what it's showing. Yeah, so there is an AI sell signal there on this daily chart. And I think it probably showed up. Yeah, it did show up here. So see right there. Exchange Binance symbol CAS USDT, type AI sell, price 1682. So at 1682, it gave a sell signal, which was kind of right here. Yeah, so it was about right here. So you can see, most of this, it would have saved you a little bit, maybe. It'd been pretty much break even if you sold here and then bought here. But what you're protecting yourself from is a large downtrend, like a big downtrend like this. It's not a huge one, but I can't really tell where this ends. But if you would have got back in here, you would have saved yourself 20% roughly on that one. But there's some better examples here, like stonks currently. I know a lot of you like stonks as a meme coin. And if you would have gotten out at the AI sell signal, you would have saved yourself 80%. That's just one example. And from the top, that was already a 75% drop before it gave the AI sell signal. And I think that may be because it was a new token. It wasn't showing up on the daily well yet. Let's see what this one shows. Yeah, so it gave it much earlier actually here. I had to go down a little bit to see it. So it was more like 70%. But see how it dropped? Well, it gave the signal and then it pumped. It did a fake pump. That's what I was talking about. Sometimes it'll fake out and then it'll keep going down. Here's Brett, pretty much sideways right now. If you were in this one, you'd probably still be in it because there's no AI sell signal yet. And then here is trade, which is polytrade. Is this daily? Yeah, daily chart. So you would have had a nice move out of this one. You would have had to jump in and out while it was going sideways right here, sure. But eventually you're going to, when it's time for everything to move up like it did on October 2023, we're going to get another pump like that, I believe, this year. And once that happens, you'll be set because you've already jumped in at the AI buy signal, and then you just ride it up until the AI sell. So that's the way to play it. And let me make sure that I answered the question correctly from the member. Yeah, I was saying all you have to do is buy, sell when it tells you to. Just remember that sometimes on a daily buy signal, it can pump big and retrace 50% before continuing up. Of course, that's on the upside. And sometimes you get many buy, sell signals as price goes sideways. If you trade with it like a robot, you will make money. And I was just telling them I'll do the video that explains that. So really what you're trying to do is eliminate emotions, because that's kind of, when it comes to trading, that's a human trait, that's a downfall. I mean, really, you just have to put aside the emotions and trade like a robot is what I was trying to say there. And if we go back and look at something like Bitcoin one more time, if we're taking into account what 2021 looked like, you had, really there's a lot of similarities to what happened recently. Like see this big hump right there? Same thing happened right here. So it's very similar. And I don't think, Bitcoin didn't really have that same pause that we're having currently, but it did get moving again in 2020 at the end of it. And that's probably about the time we're looking at right now. I mean, September, October is this year is probably what we're looking at for getting ready to move up again, assuming things continue to play out the same. So you're going to ride that one up, and then once you get your AI sell signal, which happened right here, then you just take your profits. And then if it gives you another AI buy, you get in. Another AI sell, you've made more profit there, you're out. So that's this one right here. You're back in, you're out again, you're back in, and you're out. So look how it didn't give you any fake signals here once you got out for that final time, which this was kind of the true top in a way. I mean, this ended up being a double top, yeah, but this was the fake out. So what I would say in this regard is you could use leverage in this case, but again, I don't really recommend it because not many people are good at it. The problem with leverage on a daily chart is if you would have entered right here when what you're looking for is the AI sell signal to close on the daily, which would have been right here, and look how price pumped the next, the next 10 to 14 days, it pumped about 14% from that point. So if you had a real tight stop, you would have gotten liquidated. And that's what I mean. Like, let me see if I can find a pump that did that. There's usually one that does it. I mean, here's a decent example where you had a buy signal and then it came all the way back down to 50%, and then it went ahead and, dipped under after you got that AI sell. You probably would have gotten out in time, but anyway, just understand, I guess the point I want to make is sometimes these candles on the AI buy signal can be pretty big. And usually when that happens, I don't know what this one was. That was about a 20% candle. Usually when that happens, sometimes it can retrace 50% of the candle in the same day or the next day. So if you get in, that's why it's important to only use spot trades and not use leverage on these AI buy signals on the daily. So just be careful with that and be okay with there being some volatility and letting things play out. Of course, if the AI sell signal shows up, then just get out. That's taking the human emotion out of it. But anyway, this can be very powerful if it's something you want to use. And that was my point, that our server provides a lot of these things for you. You just have to decide which one you want to use. Maybe test them out, see which one works best for you. But currently we've got over 100 tokens that we're tracking. I'll probably put some more. It may be a lot more than 100. I think it could be like 150 or so. So they're the spreadsheet plays. They are our long-term plays here, and then some requested plays as well, like some Memecoin stuff. So as long as it's on TradingView, I can put it on here. I can do this manually and put this in here. Okay, I think that's about it. Hopefully this explains everything. I know it's lengthy. I'll try to timestamp everything to where it's more clear. But I think that's all I wanted to say, yeah. Okay, so, check out in the description if you are interested in the Discord. I didn't talk about Nansen Smart Money app, but there is a 10% discount code on that as well below, or in the description, wherever it is now. They sometimes put it on the side of the screen. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Let me know if y'all have any questions in the comments, and hit the like button, subscribe, and hopefully see you in the Discord.